Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into another cryptocurrency video. Today we are going to talk about Bitcoin and try to find the market cycle bottom. As you guys know, we hit Bitcoin all-time high of 69,000 US dollar back in November of 2021. But since then we are in a systemic downtrend. Now we are trading at around $29,300. We in fact broke below the 2021 summer low, which was around 28,000. But have we already hit the bottom, or do we still have some downside remaining? I'm going to discuss all of that in this video. If you guys like the content, make sure to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell icon so that every time I upload a new video, you guys get notified immediately. So, without any further ado, let's get into the content. So, as you guys can see, I have the Bitcoin chart from Bitstamp exchange in front of me, and with the candlestick chart, each of these candles are representing 1 week. This is a weekly candlestick chart I have open in front of me, and I have bunch of simple moving averages drawn over here. These are, let me quickly show you before getting into the details so that you are perfectly 100% clear about what I am showing. So I have 5 lines drawn over here. These are 21 week moving average, 50 week moving average, 100 week simple moving average, 200 week moving average, and 300 week moving average. So the white color that you see here is the 21 week moving average. This gray line is 50 week moving average. This red line is 100 week moving average. This blue line is 200 week moving average, and this yellow line at the bottom is the 300 week simple moving average. So now that we are clear about what I have plotted here on this chart, now let's talk about what I am seeing on the chart from an analytical point of view. As we know, history may not repeat 100%, but it certainly does rhymes. So we'll try to find out different scenarios that has played out in past Bitcoin price action and try to find similarities on whether those might happen in future price action or in this cycle of this Bitcoin bear run as well or not. As you can see in previous, if I zoom into the previous Bitcoin bull market, this is the 2017 Bitcoin bull market. Here you can see this, we peaked around in December, first week of December, around 19,500 US dollar. Then from there slowly we started the downtrend, and ultimately we found the bottom around the 200 week moving average near the $3,200 range. Ultimately after that we again had a short pump and went back to around $14,000, but after that we had the infamous C19 crash back in March of 2020, as you all know, and came crashing down and tested the 300 week moving average over here. But if you see the market cycle bottom, this was the market cycle bottom that we hit during the 200 week moving average, first time testing the 200 week moving average, which was around 3,200 US dollar. Even though we tested 300 week moving average during the COVID crash, but that at that time the price of that 300 week moving average was significantly higher than the 200 week moving average, or the market cycle bottom that we had hit previously in the cycle. So every time Bitcoin, as you can see, during this downturn, Bitcoin came crashing down and found some support from the 50 week moving average, and then tried to bounce back above, but found some resistance from the 21 week moving average, then came crashing down, again got a rejection from the 50 week moving average and came crashing down. And by the after that, when we closed below the 100 week moving average, there was all hopes were lost, and Bitcoin came crashing down and tested the 200 week moving average before, and then started the accumulation phase. So we spent few months around here on the 200 week moving average before again starting uh, uptrend kind of things. So similar thing happened in the 2013 bull run as well. So similar thing happened during the 2013 bull run as well. As you guys can see, if we zoom in onto the 2013 bull run, there also, although the 200 week moving average was not present at that time because Bitcoin was didn't spend 200 week before that, so but still we can see that 200 week moving average was almost the market cycle bottom during the 2013 bull run as well. So every time Bitcoin came down and tested the 100 week moving average but ultimately failed and broken down, it came down and tested the 200 week moving average, as you guys can see. So if we take that analysis from our previous bull run of 2013 and 2017 and try to understand what's going on in our current bull run, so we can see that Bitcoin closed below the 50-week moving average during this time around January of 2022 after coming crashing down from November 2021. If you consider the summer 2021 drawdown, you can see that Bitcoin never closed below the 50-week moving average. It got support from the 50-week moving average and then again started the new uptrend which took us slightly above the previous all-time high. As you can see here, it got multiple support at different time in the from the 50-week moving average, but during the current bear market we again tried to get support from the 50-week moving average, but we could not get that and ultimately came crashing down. Again we tried to start a recovery phase, but again we got some rejection around the $47,000-$48,000 range, which is coincidentally around the 200-day moving average. So we got some rejection from there, and after that we closed below the 100-week moving average. And if history has any significance, as I have shown you before, every time we close below the 100-week moving average, we always tested the 200-week moving average, and currently the 200-week moving average line is lying around, as you guys can see, the exact figure is 21,958, or so roughly 22,000 US dollar. So we already had a week last week around 25,500 from this Bitstamp exchange. In some exchanges I also saw that price went to around 24,500. So if you tell me that we cannot go to the 200-week moving average, it was just 5% below from here, 5 or 10% below from here. So it can certainly happen, and it might happen because it has happened in the previous Bitcoin bear market scenarios. So that would be the point that I will be looking for. So before getting into any fresh entry, historically speaking, every time Bitcoin gets into that 200-week moving average here around in this range, that is the perfect time to buy Bitcoin for significant amount of gain in the upcoming bull market. So during the COVID-19 crash, as you guys have seen, Bitcoin also hit the 300-week moving average, and if you see that currently it's lying around 16,237, which is around this line. But unless we get a black swan event, which I don't expect, we might not reach there, but this 200-week moving average seems quite possible because we already went pretty close to that and got a bounce. And again the current week also is pretty much down, and as you guys can see, currently we are trading around 29,300 US dollar, and this is merely like a 20% downturn for Bitcoin to reach the 200-week moving average. But while considering this, we also need to consider about Nasdaq, because if Nasdaq can get a bounce from its current range, and as you can see, this is the Nasdaq chart. If Nasdaq can get a bounce from this current range, we might see a bounce in Bitcoin price as well, because Bitcoin and the traditional market is nowadays quite correlated. Almost Bitcoin is following what Nasdaq is doing almost 80 to 90% of the time. So if Nasdaq can get a bounce from here, then we might expect a big good relief rally kind of scenario in Bitcoin as well. But unless Nasdaq gets that bounce and Nasdaq starts coming down and starts testing this 200-week moving average range, which is around 10,750 US dollar, then Bitcoin, I'm pretty much sure that Bitcoin will also come and test its own 200-week moving average. But please don't quote me on this one. I'm I'm just a regular YouTuber making video to help you guys understand and help you guys save your or preserve your capital. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just trying to help you to better navigate the market and try to show you what I'm seeing in the market without any type of sugar coating. I'm not trying to give you any hopium or try to discourage you. I'm just telling you what is black, what is white, what I'm seeing you. I'm just telling you without any modification. So this is the scenario that I was talking about where Bitcoin can come down in case we see further selling pressure in Bitcoin price. And in this case, I'll be a buyer in this 200-week moving average range. And if Bitcoin price in the previous bull markets has any significance, and then we might definitely come and test this level before starting a new bull market for during the 2024 halving. But now currently, as you guys have seen, the 200 week moving average is currently around 21,950. So it might happen that Bitcoin spends some time in this during this range for some kind of for few more months, and by that time this line for the 200 week moving average will definitely increase. The most time Bitcoin spends above the 200 week moving average, the current value of this 200 week moving average line will increase with time, and it might not happen that it will be at 22,000. It might happen that it when Bitcoin finally touches the 200 week moving average, by that time it already reached around 23 or $24,000 range. So that can also happen, and in that case we might test the 200 moving average at a higher price. But if history is of any significance, we might get a retest of the 200 week moving average before going on to a fresh accumulation phase, before going further higher into a new all-time high. So that was my observation about the Bitcoin bear market bottom finding. If you guys like the content, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and also hit the notification bell icon so that every time I upload a time sensitive analysis video, you guys are always informed. Till next time, take care. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.